Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Ukakadash, and double honors to the apostle of JMS, and to the bishops, the elders, and all the sincere brethren that labor in the truth that goes the world, and to all the sincere brethren and sisters that listen to the truth. And I pray this lesson be another edifying lesson to the flocks, and wherever the Most High want to hear this message, let it be heard. And before I begin the lesson, I'd like to introduce the true name of the Father, which is Yahweh. And the name is mean He exists. And the true name of the Son is Yahweh HaMashiach, which means the Redeemer or the Deliverer. And is only coming to redeem His people, which is the nation of Israel. And in today's age, we identify them as the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, which scattered in all four corners of the world and looks like the other nations, and also practice the custom of the other nations. And with that, that will be it for the introduction of the lesson. And today's lesson title is Your Pain Today Is Not the End. So I saw that from a quote that I was reading last night, basically. And the quote says basically, your pain today is not the end. It's part of the story He's writing in your life. So all the thing that you're going through today, dude, is part of your story, basically. As we all know, like every story has a beginning, and every beginning has an end. So let's go find that in the book of 2 Corinthians 4. Let's see what we got. 2 Corinthians 4, and where can we start? I believe we can start from, let's start 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. And he says, yeah, we start at 8. It says, we are pressed on every side by troubles. So basically, we're catching hell left and right, but we are not crushed. So even though we're catching hell left and right, we're not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. So basically, we are perplexed. However, we're not driven by despair. So we didn't lose no hope. Why is that? We because number one, we got the Heavenly Father Yahweh and Yahushua on our side. Basically, we are hunted down, but never abandoned by the Most High Yahweh. So basically, we are persecuted left and right, basically. But guess what? We are not abandoned by the Heavenly Father Yahweh. He's always there with us. Why? Because we have faith. We are down but never abandoned by Yahweh. We get knocked down, but we are not destroyed. So basically, we got knocked down, but guess what? We are not destroyed. Because once you're in this truth, right, you already know the requirement. You already know the description. You already know exactly what's gonna happen to you. So once you have that in your mind, so you're already mentally. It's like you're a fighter, right? And you go to like a gruesome training camp, right? So when you get in the fight, even though you probably get punched in the face, but what happened to you? You don't panic. You expect to get punched in the face. You prepare yourself for that. But when you're somebody that have a fight coming up, right, and you BSing around, you're not training, right, and you get punched, what happened? You get terrified. You want to give up right away. Because we've seen people like that. But this truth will get us ready for it mentally and physically, basically, so we don't worry about the things that the average person worry about. So we're gonna scroll down to verse 17, same chapter again, 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, for our present troubles are small. So basically, all those things that we're going through right now, it is extremely small. It's not even like a big deal. So let's see what else it says. And it won't last very long. So it won't even last very long. So all that hell that you're catching right now, man, you're like, man, I've been catching hell forever. I've been catching hell ever since I was born. You might think you're catching hell, right? Even, let's just say you somebody that's like 60 or 70 years old. You'd be like, man, I've been going through hell all my life. All that hell that you think that is a lot, it's really nothing in the grand scheme of all things. You have to look at it, because let's finish the verse, see what it says. Yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. So it produces a glory. that vastly outweighs them. So the thing that we're gonna get And I always love to read Matthew 19 and 27. So everything we lose, everything we sacrifice on that side, we're gonna receive them 100-fold. So the glory that we're gonna receive is gonna be like a everlasting, to the point that you won't even remember that hell you were catching. You're gonna pretend like when your dad put you like on a punishment, right? And you might put you in that punishment for like a half an hour, or let's just say an hour, right? And you see all your friends are playing outside, right? But that punishment, that how it feels like forever, right? But as soon as your dad releases you from that punishment, you go out to play. You completely forget about that punishment, even though that an hour that you that feel like eternity, all of a sudden you forget about it. Basically, that's basically how we're gonna be, like that glory that we're gonna that those those hair that we're catching produce is gonna be like a everlasting. That's the beauty about it, basically. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now. So basically, we don't even look or pay attention at the trouble that we see now. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean you're gonna ignore every little problem you get. No, but we don't look at them. So the big we don't look at the trouble we can see now. So we don't look at it like the carnal man, the average man. Rather, we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. So we focus on things that we cannot see. What can we not see right now? We can't see the kingdom. But however, through faith, basically, we know we gonna the kingdom is right ahead of us, man. It's right around the corner. So we focus our life on ourself on that, our mindset on that, basically. For the things we see now will soon be gone. So things that we can see now will be gone. Like basically this current world that we're going through right now, man. It's soon to be gone. But the things we cannot see will last forever. The thing that we cannot see will last forever. What can we not see right now that will last forever? The kingdom, because we're gonna be living forever and ever, basically. Let me see if I can get one more verse. Let's see. And 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, and it says, "So my dear brothers, be strong and immovable, always work enthusiastically for the Lord." So we gotta be strong and immovable, basically. Always maintain or maintain our ground no matter what, and always work enthusiastically for the Lord. So always continue to do basically the will of the Lord, basically. For you know that nothing you do for the Lord is ever useless. So basically, you gotta stand your ground no matter what. So even though you sacrificing your life, basically, because we have to understand a lot of us, when we get that call in our early years. So we get a call in that youth. So basically, sometimes when you're working and you see you getting humiliated by your family and friends, because the most hell you're gonna catch is gonna be from the people that's close around you. That's basically how it is. The job that you used to have a peaceful job, now all of a sudden people become a fool or a demon. Like you start catching hell left and right everywhere. But guess what? All those hell that you're catching, you're not catching it in vain. The Lord is not gonna let your work go unnoticed. It's not like Esau that give you like a work after work, basically brutalize you, and at the end he just cast you aside like you're like a garbage. The Lord is not gonna do that to us, man. All those hell that you're catching, guess what? You're not doing doing this thing in vain. There's a reward for us, man. So basically, that's why you have to keep enduring, basically. Let's see. That's why that's why when we're reading the 2 Corinthians 4 and 18, we don't focus on things that we can see. We set our gaze on things that we cannot see. So basically, that's why when you read the book of Colossians 3 verse 2, he says, think about the things of heaven. So we focus on heavenly things, basically, not the things of earth. We don't worry about the things of earth, because all those things that we have or we see right now, they're gonna pass away very soon. So focus on things that's not gonna be passed away. That's gonna be there forever and ever. That's basically the kingdom, basically. And let me read one more. Romans 8 verse 18, and it says, Romans 8 and 18. He said, yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later. So all those suffering that we have right now is nothing compared to the glory that we're gonna receive later from the heaven for the Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So basically, endure, keep pushing, stand your ground no matter what. So that's it for basically the lesson, man. I put as another edifying lessons of flux, and whatever the most I want to hear this message has be heard. And with that, I'd like to say, Shalom.